Paragon is the newest Lightbringer class which revolving many strong buffs. It can actually be considered one of the strongest classes in this game, in terms of survivability and overall damage. All of its attacks are based on hybrid damage. So, it would be great if you can plan to balance the equipment set, because everyone has different preference when it comes to specific boss fatebound. Generally, there are two main directions to choose from, the hammer build, and shield explosion build. Let's start with hammer build first. This is the required fatebound for hammer build. It's more or less pretty similar to Dread Knight, but with different equipment set. Of course, you can also add other fatebound you like. The main weapon is Banner Great Sword, along with Necklace of Valor from Arch Knight to increase the Empyrean Hammer skill damage even further. For the armor set, it's best to get Glorybound set from Treasure Merchant, albeit it's impossible to get for free players. So, you can substitute the Glorybound set to Arch Wizard set, and focus on the hybrid damage itself rather than extra light damage. For the skill set, you can take this as a reference. Focus the chips you have on these three skills: Blessing of Might for higher damage multiplier, Heroic Transformation for stronger base stats, and Empyrean Hammer for stronger skill attack. And this is for Valkyrie Boons and Eidolon set. River Snail Eidolon is best for this class because it has so many block rate. Of course, you can also use Sandworm if you don't have one. The biggest weakness of Empyrean Hammer build is, you can't use this skill while moving, so for general scenario, you can try to alternate between Empyrean Hammer and Leap Strike skill, but operating these two skills on the long run is quite annoying. Next, Shield Explosion build. It has pretty similar equipment set, but we don't use Necklace of Valor here. Like before, use Glorybound set if you have a lot of money, or use an alternative which is Whirlbane armor set with strength boost. The Shield Explosion build doesn't need sword weapon at all, so you can use Dawn Kroll staff for extra damage, debuff, and blowout fatebound. Strength-based armors and magic power-based weapon could bring balance to achieve higher hybrid attack power. For fatebound, it's pretty similar with hammer build, but without backlash. You can substitute backlash with other fatebound such as Epicenter to increase the shield explosion damage, or, you can use Archwizard set with Banner Sword with Cryo Hellheart. Both Lightbringer and Aegis skill tree are the same as hammer build, but the Paragon skill set is totally different. Here, we focused more on the Radiant Redoubt skill, along with the buffs. You can swap the skill chip of Blessing of Fortitude into these two skills. Anyway, just take this skill set as a reference. Because of Cryo Hellheart, we mainly use cold-based Valkyrie Fatebound. For Eidolon, you can use Highway Eidolon if you don't use Archwizard set. This Shield Explosion build is perfect if you are too lazy to press skill button, as it will be automatically explodes while you are moving with Leaping Strike. That's it for the Paragon build. By the way, you also need to prepare for the second weapon. It will be best if you can get dual sword with buff amplification fatebound. Paragon max damage is estimated around 3 billion in Scarecrow, so this class is already very strong. Too bad I still prefer Vindicator over this one. And, that's it for the video. The next one will be Riftvoker Guide. See you next time.